Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about the rugby league round that just was, going over the scores, the SuperCoach players. Some of you might have seen me on TikTok before. I do fan reacts. This one's going to be a bit more detailed, be able to talk about a bit more rather than having that 1 minute time limit. But yeah, let's get started. Let's start with the Roosters versus Storm game. First thing, game of the year for sure. Both these teams are going to be hard to beat all year. I think the Roosters are just so stacked right now. They lose Cooper Cronk and they just get better and better. And the Storm, I couldn't tell you half the guys on their roster, but they just keep performing. So yeah, for it to end the way it did as well, that little penalty at the end, look, did Melbourne milk it a little bit? Should Friend have pushed him? Who knows? Friend just shouldn't have pushed him, but what can you do? Let's go over the SuperCoach scores. So Teddy, 108. Don't know where that came from. Don't really know what he did in particular to get that high. I know he had a lot of tackle breaks and stuff like that. But he's the SuperCoach GOAT. If you don't have him in your SuperCoach team, start again. After that was Crichton. Crichton, since he's been starting on that edge again, is unreal. Just running holes for fun. And the third high scorer was Brett Morris. Brett Morris is ageless. I still can't believe the guy's got like 160 career tries now, I think it was, or it was 159. But the dude just does not age. He just gets better and better. So if you're looking at buying Morris, look, I can't say no. I'm personally not going to do it because paying that much for a winger is just hard. But when it keeps performing, it's hard to say no. The next game, we go on to Canberra and the Dragons, 22-16. But that score kind of doesn't really reflect how the game was. Canberra dominated early on, got to a big league, and then kind of just cruised. The Dragons, it's hard to see how they get better. They've been playing better since a few weeks ago when they were getting pumped. But with Ben Hunt tied up at hooker with all his money, it's kind of hard to see how you improve. I'm not blaming Ben Hunt for getting that money. Like, if someone offers you $6 million over 5 years, take that. So, it's not Ben Hunt's fault, but they do need to work out something with that roster to get just more talent there. Just more talent. The guys on the edge, like Lomax, seems to be a beast. They keep moving in positions. He's a center. Just leave him at center for now. Dufty, Gunn, his size kind of affects him now. That's probably why they keep moving him. But you know what? He's freakishly talented, so I just leave him there. And somehow the Dragons end up with the top 3 SuperCoach players of this game. So Aitken ran for like 150 meters. McInnes, just tackles. Not a great looking guy, but just tackles. And Lomax 76 helped by that try he scored, and I'm blanking, but he did a couple other really good things in the game. Every time he touches the ball, just seems ready to do something. So the next game is the Power and the Cowboys. 42-4. Wow. Did not see that coming. I thought maybe Power without Moses would kind of level off and come back to the field a little bit, but no, they just went to another level again. Gutherson, wow. What can you say? King Gutho. 166 SuperCoach score. Wow. Did not see that coming. But you also got Sivo there, 145. And their last one was Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown stepped up without Moses. I don't know if Brown is a buy-in SuperCoach, but 96 without Moses there is pretty good. Maybe you could get him as a replacement if you held Moses for another week, or if you've got someone like Drinkwater who probably needs to go this week. He's kind of peaked at his price. As for the Cowboys, just frustrating. Last week they pumped the Knights, and then this week they come down and put that performance up against Para. You kind of expect a bit more, but you know what? They've got to work that out. I don't really know what they can do. They got Val Holmes back, but obviously he's a bit rusty, having not played for a few weeks. They're going to bring the Hammer back in. He's a freak on that edge, or on the wing. The other week when he was playing the Tigers, he put that chip and chase in. It looked like he was just running in slow motion. He's a freak. He's got to come back, and I don't know what else they can do. They get Morgan back eventually. I'm not sure how much longer he's out for, but he'll help them. They've got enough talent there. If they put it together, they'll be sweet. On to the next game, the Titans and the Sharks. 40-10. Halftime score 12-10. Don't know how it got to 40. The Sharks kind of just went away with it, and you have to say it's all because of Sean Johnson, right? Now, their forwards laid a really good platform, and Johnson now is starting to really look like that old Sean Johnson, attacking the line, playing with confidence, and he scored again in SuperCoach. I think it was 78. He looks like a buy for sure. 2 try assists. He kicked 6 goals, I think. Yeah, 6. 48 points just right there. If they can keep rolling, I don't know what their drill's looking like, but I'm bringing Sean Johnson in this week for Drinkwater. If you've got someone like that, I reckon it's a good move. The other top scorers, Blake Brayley, 86. He got a try. You're probably sure at the hooker position now. If you've got Coruscant and Grant or Cook and Smith, like one of those 4, I'd have them. I wouldn't be going and getting Brayley to make money. Just hold on to a combination of those 4. And then Fafita also popped off with an 83. Seems to pick on the weaker teams, but if Fafita can get back to that running style where he was just unstoppable, who knows? He could be a SuperCoach gun again. I've just been hurt by him too much. Just hurt. 1 week he's doing the running crossfield fending, getting SuperCoach stats for fun, and then the next week he's playing 30 minutes, not doing a lot in that time. But yeah, so on to the next game, Broncos-Warriors. I'm a Broncos fan. This was hard to watch, but let's start with the Warriors. You can tell they wanted this. They have been in Australia now for a few months, and they want to go home. That's fair. But they wanted to win this one, and they showed up. You could see the desire on all their faces. The Broncos, I could talk about them for hours. I don't really know how they improved. They're obviously missing a couple guys, but yeah, I just don't know what the answer is now. As a Broncos fan, seeing Alex Glenn crying at the end was, it was good to see, because you know how much the club means to him. It's obviously just pure emotion coming out of him. A lot of people have been saying like those are crocodile tears, anything like that. If you follow Alex Glenn, his career, what he's done to be here, you know that those aren't fake tears. He loves this club, and he is putting everything he can in to turn it around. The fact that he had to fight to stay here last year was a joke. He should have been our first re-signed, but he's here now. He's the captain. I trust that he's going to get us through this, and we're going to be better on the other side. I think as Broncos fans, we're a little bit spoiled. We've been so lucky with how good our team's been for so long. This is just our year of being bad. A lot of other teams go through this for a long time. I don't think we'll be in this situation for a long time. I think we've got the stuff in place to fix it. It's not working right now. So it is what it is. I don't think it's a lack of trying. I don't know if you drop Boyd and stuff like that. I don't think Boyd's the problem. I'm going to move on because like I said, I could talk about it for hours. So let's go to Penrith and the Tigers. Wow. What was Joey Leilua thinking? Like, what in the world was he thinking? I know he just watched his brother go down, and that would have just been, and the game was a heated game. So I'm guessing that all kind of just built up and he lashed out, but you can't do that. You just can't. On the Penrith side of things, they look legit this year. I want to see them play some harder teams and really push against them, but they beat Melbourne a few weeks ago. So, if they can keep going at this rate and building, their confidence is going to get better and better. And Cleary is just a freak. He's the Iceman. He didn't even have to set up the tries the other day. They had Luau, who scored 81 in fantasy. Like, he doesn't need to do too much now, which is good. They had Maloney the last few years, and they just kind of got in each other's way. I feel like they've finally nailed how to play like their halves together. Other top scorers, Coruscant. If you don't have Coruscant and SuperCoach, maybe reassess your decisions unless you've got Cook or Smith in there. But the dude just keeps getting stats for fun. And Eisenhuth top scored with 94. He got a try, but he is a point-scoring machine when he gets good game time. Let's move on to Knights and Manly. First thing, got to talk about the Aiden Fanua-Blake thing. Can't talk like that to the ref, man. You can't say those words in general now. You just cannot. Even if it is a penalty, I can see either way. I can see that the Knights guy was committed. He couldn't pull out of it. Sure. Manly side, if I'm a Manly fan, I want a penalty there. That's him taking our guy out. So I see both sides of it, but yeah, you can't react like that. I I'm guessing these guys put in so much effort week after week after week to get calls like that deciding your games. It's going to hurt. With the Knights, do they just forget Ponga's on the left-hand side when they're attacking? It just seems that, they'll be running, and they'll get to the attacking zone, and then Pierce will go right, or they'll just keep going away from Ponga. The ball will go short instead of out the back to Ponga. Whenever Ponga gets it, he's the most dangerous player on the field, but they just seem to go away from him. And for Manly, you can tell they're missing Tom Trbojevic. I don't think there's much else you can say there. They're a really good team. Just missing his last couple finishes to the sets, but DCE still keeping them together. He got Simbin and still top score in the SuperCoach game, 99. He's just a class player when he's not diving. Sorry, that's my Broncos fan coming out from a few weeks ago. But yeah, he's just a freak. And Jake Trbojevic was 73 as well. SuperCoach-wise, he's never going to let you down. He'll get those rare attacking stats because he plays 5'8", basically. But yeah, he'll get stuff like that. And for the Knights, McCullough top scored was 78. SuperCoach gunner the past. He got a try. I'm not really sure about him this year. He's a bit older now. But, if you want him for just base stats, he's pretty solid for that. And the last game of the round, Rabbits versus Dogs. Latrell's warming up. Scary sight if Latrell gets a couple more games like this, going in at fullback, getting his confidence up. He's just going to be running over people. And for the Dogs, they're just missing that little bit of class. They just need that finish to their sets. They've got decent halves. I rate Lewis, and obviously Foran is a god from the past. I'd love to see him go back to Manly since he's off contract this year. But yeah, the Dogs are just missing that little bit. And I know there's so much stuff off the field with them that's going on. So if they get that sorted, maybe that translates to their footy. I don't know, but it'd be good to see the Dogs being the Dogs of old again, the Dogs of war. SuperCoach-wise, Raymond for Taylor Mariner, 89. Dude's a beast in SuperCoach when he plays full minutes. You just never know what the coach is going to do with him. Alex Johnson, 86 for South. Woo, that try, just speed to burn. Him being told last week by the club to move on, they don't have a spot for him. He does something like that, you're like, this guy needs to be playing for a club. If he goes to England, he's going to be a great loss to the game. And Cam Murray, 85. Cam Murray is a freak, and as Denham Kemp would say, well, actually, I don't know. I don't want to quote Denham Kemp on here first video, but he is a beast, and he might be the sexiest man in rugby league. Denham Kemp. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I want to do this again next week. Comment what you thought I did okay, what could improve on. If you watched this far and you notice the clickbait title, there is not going to be a wild dog attacking me. That was just clickbait. Thanks, guys.